Hello and welcome to Bestie Hotline Good Friday edition.
Bring. Or
Was that a rooster?
it was like a weird Easter hen, but is a
But with
chick.
bunny ears on.
Yeah.
It was like...
But pray tell, what sound does a bunny make? I can't do that as a bring. Okay. What's happened? DLs, yes, it is Good Friday. Happy Easter. It is also my daughter's 7th birthday.
Happy birthday, Raffy Roo.
I have a 7-year-old.
Yeah, heckers.
Yeah, it feels
You became a
proper
mum
grown-up.
7 years ago.
That is wild.
Have you got the itch? The 7-year itch?
Yes, absolutely. I want to shake shit up.
Yes,
you
send
know?
them back.
Love her dearly. She always hopes that one day her birthday will fall on Easter Sunday because she said that she would always love to do an egg hunt on her birthday.
I mean, I feel like we can make that happen today. Right?
Well, maybe.
Good Friday's very good.
Yeah, I guess it's close enough. But she is a hot cross bun lover. And so she will start her day with a hot cross bun.
I've been eating hot cross buns since Boxing Day.
Yeah, I want to love it.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, I hate it.
But you like raisin toast.
I did.
Oh.
And then I OD'd on it.
Ah.
This is what I do. I get fixated on foods.
I
How
got
do
in a
we do?
really funny chat the other day with a mum friend. We were talking about lollies because our kids were going off to camp and we were like, yeah, lollies, whatever. And then we were talking about the lollies we like and I was like, red frogs till I die. And then I made this offhand comment that I don't even know why I made it, small talk, you know. And I was like, I went off lollies for a while and now I'm like back onto lollies in a big way. She's like, me too. And we were like, is it Perry? Is it like a weird hormonal thing that like you go off lollies for a time and then you get back on you know what I mean? You know?
Talking a bit about Perry. Is it on your
No,
radar,
no.
babe? I feel like
No, it's not.
you're calling it in.
No,
You're manifesting
I am not
Perry.
calling it in. I have Perry denial.
I feel like I have Perry blindness. I'm just not even pretending it's a thing I'm aware of or want to be part of.
Well,
or
same. I'm
subscribe to.
pretending I'm pretending, but pretending being the operative. I'm not even 40.
Yeah, but the fact that you've even gone, is it Perry? Like, you know?
Well, because there's changes afoot. Things are changing all over and I'm like, is this?
No, I reckon lollies in your life are seasonal. It comes and goes. It's like ice cream after dinner every night. You go through seasons of doing that on the reg, and then one day you're like, oh, I need to stop that. Or one day you're like, can't look at an ice cream.
Ever
I've
again.
OD'd.
I've OD'd.
Yeah, too much. Anyway,
Anyway.
we are not
Happy
here.
Easter. And to those who observe,
Yes.
have a great time in church.
Even though it
It
is,
sounded disingenuous or like it was a comment. I just meant it.
I think you judged yourself. I thought it came across as completely genuine. And yeah, we can wish everyone a lovely time in church. Or if you are eating only fish on Friday, is that a thing?
You
on
said
Good
that
Friday?
like OnlyFans.
Like
And if you're eating only fish,
Revs, we got to stay on task.
Sorry,
because
there's
even
dilemmas.
though
There's
it's school
dilemmas.
holidays, the dilemon tree is still throbbing
Yeah.
with dilemmas. And we got a bestie who's written in and she needs our help.
Yep. Okay.
She says, hey, gal pals, help a bestie out.
We are ready. We've assembled.
I have a freshly turned 3-year-old. No, that's not the dilemma.
Isn't
About
it?
a year ago, he found his volume. He didn't have words to communicate, so he would just scream and squeal all the time, regardless of whether he was happy at the park, having the time of his life, or having an epic meltdown. He would always be turning up that volume. He now has a lot more words in his vocabulary, so he is capable of communicating his needs, but the screaming hasn't stopped. Will this end eventually on its own, or can I do something about it?
Okay, yes. He's not going to be 15 and doing this, so it will end eventually on its own.
Imagine that. Imagine a 15-year-old. No, you're right. He won't.
He won't, eventually. My mum always says these, like, very true but passag things of like, do you know any adults who can't go to the toilet? You know, it's like her point is it will all end eventually. But this screaming thing, there's a particular type of kid and it's not every kid. The mums who don't have screamers, they don't get it and they judge.
Oh, I was that parent.
I am also that parent.
Until my child became a screamer. And can I just say, screaming through delight or sheer terror and devastation is not reserved for 3-year-olds. And like my son's weird eczema, that reared its ugly head when he turned 4, which apparently is late. A lot of kids grow out of eczema by then. My Iggy started screaming in January this year.
Yep.
And I was like, who dis? Why are we doing this? I am not a fan of this.
Return this.
Seriously, it is very, very upsetting.
Yeah, it's dysregulating.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
For everyone in the room.
Yeah, look, I love you, sissy. I love you so much. My nephews, it's like they have Bose speakers,
Ooh.
like professional grade, very good speakers from birth, internally built. They're loud, you know? And yes, they're not always upset, but often are, and they're often screaming from delight. What is it about a pool that makes every child's volume max out into the red?
Or every dog bark.
Yeah.
My neighbor has a pool, and every time his kids jump in, it's like, oh, 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 oh. And I'm like, that can't
Can
be
we have
relaxing.
one app where we don't hate dogs?
No, love dogs. You bark your little heart
Well,
out.
Buster doesn't really bark at the pool, which is a massive win.
I wasn't talking about
Massive.
Buster, I was talking about my neighbor's dog. It's all right. It's okay, Revs.
Forward up for Buster boy. No, look. Yep, there are some kids who are just screamers. And yeah, the screaming at the delight, it doesn't matter. Your nervous system, I know this is very popular at the moment, but it thinks it's being chased by a bear.
Always.
It's too much. And I feel like the mums who have screamers, are you one of these? They look like they're not parenting because the only option you have when someone from morning to bed is screaming is almost, I've noticed, to sort of counterbalance.
Totally.
So my sister, she goes to very like, okay. She almost turns into, what's the daycare teacher in Bluey? What's her name? Sunflower or something? Calypso. She turns into Calypso from Bluey. She's like, yes, I understand. Can we please keep the volume down?
Smart.
Well,
What's the alternative?
Well, the alternative is to yell on top of yelling
No,
or whatever.
you can't.
Yeah. And she's very like zen, but also I see her sit there and dissociate while the yelling just keeps going because you can't possibly address everyone.
No.
She says things like, I can't hear you when you yell like that. But like, you know, it's constant.
I just, because your sister has these one-liners or personas that she takes on, AKA Calypso, I just see her because I know this.
Yeah.
There's no winning.
No.
There's no outdoing it.
There's no disciplining it.
No,
It's a
and
stage.
Unpopular opinion, I find the screaming for delight harder to deal with than the meltdown scream.
Yeah.
Because collectively, when all parents in the room, they're like, oh, that kid's having a hard time. And the screaming makes sense.
Yeah.
But when they're having fun and you're like the buzzkill being like, I know, Iggy, stop. Can we do that without the scream? But he's
Inside voice.
It's just, and you're having a conversation with your mate. This happened to me recently and I was so embarrassed because I could feel the discomfort. Like we're trying to have an adult conversation and the kids were like running circles around the dining table in the room next door. And I knew it was Iggy screaming and I could see the parents wincing because it penetrates
It does.
to your bones.
And if you don't have screamers, it's like, I feel like parents who have screamers, you kind of get almost like it's the baseline. You get a bit used to it.
No, mine's new
I'm not
since
saying
Jan.
I'm not saying it's like easy, but I think if you don't have screamers and then screamers enter your world, you're like, oh my God, get those children out of here.
Too much. It's too much.
Get them out of here. Yeah.
It's visceral. It's upsetting.
So what does our bestie do? Put the TV on.
There's no solution. No, the TV for me and my brain, that's hell. Like
but it
adding
stops the
noise.
yelling.
Oh, as in like focus their energy.
Pacify the
Oh,
the
I thought you
screamer.
meant just to drown out the noise. I was like, no. No, when they're having fun or when they're having a meltdown, there's no talking them out of that. There's no pulling them away from that.
A screen would pacify it. It's just like we can't have a screen on all day.
No.
You can't do it.
I know it's hard. I'm constantly saying the neighbors are asleep, Iggy.
Yeah.
The neighbors.
We have neighbors.
You know, like he'll jump on the trampoline and it's blood curdling. It's very upsetting. I feel for our DL. I've been told it's a phase. Mine has come very late in this era of parenting. Like Iggy is 5 for fuck's sake.
But that's his whole MO.
I know. He's on island time.
Yeah.
We accept it. We love him for it. But it's, it feels rough to be dealing with this now.
What's the cadence of the yell?
Oh, I can't even replicate it, Revs. I feel like dogs hear it around the neighborhood. That's how high pitched it is, except human ears can hear it too. Like it's awful. It's awful. I hate it. But there is no solve. I'm sorry, DL. You just got to ride this one out. Ride out the storm. You've got this. That's it. That's all I can offer.
We got to give her something
No,
else.
I've got nothing.
Oh my God.
I've got nothing. But what I hope by talking about it is that parents of non-screamers extend empathy
Yes.
to those who do, because they're not, the parent
There are
is not.
some things you can extend empathy and get on with whatever, the hang. And screaming is one of those ones where it's like, the hang needs to end.
Oh, Revs, no.
My sister took my nephew out of my house by the hair the other weekend.
Oh, I feel
Because
for
she was,
her.
and I said to her, you don't have to leave, but she couldn't handle it. She was like, I can't be responsible
You feel like an imposition.
for this noise pollution.
yeah.
Because it is, and you're like, you can't pretend through it. You
No.
can't like just keep chatting or whatever, like you can a biter or a hitter or a, like, that's acute.
Yeah.
It's a moment, it happens, it's over, it's done, you deal with it, whatever. But it's just so omnipresent.
Always.
There's no fighting through. And she was like, that's it, we're going. And I was like, you don't have to go. And then she texted me all these apologies. And I was like, no. You don't have to be sorry. Like, you do not have to apologize to me. Like, are you okay? And she goes, no. And I'm like, of course you're not. Your vital flight must be just on all the time.
Yeah, it's full on. I actually took your sister's son to a holiday camp with Iggy, and I took a video of us in the car. And you've just reminded me, I sent her that video, and it is Iggy and him screaming
For delight.
with pure joy. They felt that I was racing the neighboring cars in the other lanes, and they were like, quack, quack.
Oh, no. Oh my God. I hope you're not asleep.
Sorry, but that is it. And I was like, in the moment, I was like, it's cute, they're bonding, they're little besties. And then I sent it to your sister. She must have hated that fucking video. She would have been like, thanks, Jem, I'm having a break from the squealing, and you've just sent it to me in video form for keeps. I don't want this shit.
It's straight up dangerous as well while you're driving.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Like we need, every DL needs a bumper sticker that says not drunk,
just
have
transporting children.
just have a screamer. Not drunk, just trying to feed my children. Not
God.
drunk, just have a newborn who hates the car. Oh my God. Oh.
It is a time, but we will see the light at the end of the tunnel, because as you said, they're not going to be 15 and squealing with delight.
No, but are they going to be 6?
Yeah, like Iggy.
Because I remember when I was in the absolute depths, I think Isla was like 2 of the no sleep. So I'm like 2 years into my parenting journey. I was like, come on. And I made a joke to another friend without a non-sleeper who'd done a lot of research. I was like, come on, like when's it going to end? And she's like, I don't know, when they're 4. And I was like, what?
Sorry, what?
And it went longer than that. But in the moment I was like, what?
No,
Like
unacceptable.
I cannot make it another 2 years. Yeah.
Can we talk about teenage girl screaming? Because that is a category unto itself. I experienced it at the Taylor Swift concert, and that was quite ear-piercing.
Yes.
I feel like if you had a sleepover with like 13-year-olds, like I can foresee the squeals there. You know, I don't know if it fully ends. It just evolves as they get older.
I will say she's got a 3-year-old boy. I think that's got to be peak.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Ask your sister.
Yeah. Well, she also has a 3-year-old boy.
Okay.
He's loud.
Anyway, DL, solidarity, sister. We
Solidarity.
see you. We feel for you. Other DLs, extend compassion. Be patient. Like, even if you're wincing, hide it.
Yeah.
You
Is there
know-
some kind of like unethical tool?
What, like a spray? For like
a
you
bark
put on
collar?
dogs, but for your children? I'd be open to it.
I'd be open. One day a week. Fine. Sundays we bark collar.
Our children.
Sundays we spray them in the
Oh my
face
God.
with water. Just add water. I will say just add water does help. Not pool jumping around.
Yeah, Revs, I was going to say,
No, but
like,
put them in the shower, put them in the bath, put them
Yeah.
like go outside to the beach or whatever. It does help. It does.
when you said just add water, I thought you were justifying it for spraying water in your kid's face every time
Well,
they
maybe
scream.
give them a spray bottle and a surface they're allowed to spray, or some water and a paintbrush. Seriously, Just Add Water has it is a pretty consistent parenting solve. Chuck them in the bath.
Good luck, DL. You've got
In the shower and close the door.
this. How good. The serenity. Ah, the serenity.
Sorry, we didn't help, but
No, not at all.
We don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. You know what I've learned today? No one is more dysregulated and upset by teenage girls, by 3-year-old boys than mothers. Put us in a deprivation tank and leave us alone.
Yeah, no one ever says, "Oh, the poor mothers of the world are dysregulated with 'I am out of control' tattooed on their heads," and people being like, "Come here, let me give you a cuddle." Like, where are our
Get
cuddles?
on our level.
Yes.
Tuck us in.
Yes.
Validate our feelings.
Yes.
Gentle parent us. We're not okay.
Sorry.
People might be asleep.
I know they often are.
You
I
know?
apologize.
Don't wake them up.
Yeah, I've
And
done
we've
it.
dysregulated everyone. All right,
So-
we love you. We're getting out of here.
Yeah.
It's heading south.
Yeah, I'm in fight or flight. Where's the bear? Here it is. I'm running. Okay, I gotta go. Love you, DLs.
Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
And as always, we'll be back in your ears
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
Tuesday with a regular episode.
Bye.
Bye.